All right, we're live. Let's hit the theme song. Get it started. For anyone in here, if you can retweet, if you're on Twitter, subscribe, comment, do all that good stuff. Yo, welcome everybody. It is episode 10 of RugRoast. I have no co-host this week. We've got one at work. We've got one in Portugal right now, and he doesn't have Wi-Fi, so it's just me. I apologize for anyone watching because you just have to, I guess, stare at me the whole time. So I'm sorry for that in advance. But we're joined today with Monsterbuds. We've got Tumolo. Did I say that right?
Yeah, Tumolo.
Nice. Yeah, welcome, dude. Definitely appreciate you coming on.
Yeah, definitely. I'm excited.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I've been looking into the project a little bit, but I guess we can hop right into things. So usually we start by asking about your background. How did you get into NFTs? What did you do before then? And how did you get to where you are now?
Okay. Yeah. So my name is Greg Tumolo. I'm co-founder of a project called Monsterbuds. So basically, I got in crypto in 2017, and that's what kind of led me to NFTs. But originally, I was doing so I've been an entrepreneur my whole life. I've started a couple of tech-forward companies that were always trying to use bleeding edge technology before its time. A lot of times, I was just way too early. This time I still feel like I'm early, but at least I'm a little bit closer than I was in my last ones. Like in 2008, I started a company that we did, credit card processing and discounts through merchants, and they were able to kind of advertise through Facebook and Twitter just by pushing a button. And we developed like a really cool system to allow them to kind of push to their customers special deals that they can go in and swipe the card on the point of sale system and get discounts and drive traffic when they needed it most. So that was like my background in business development and expansion, because we expanded to a couple of different states, and then sold that off and moved on to other stuff. And when I got into crypto, it's always been a draw to me, just simply because of decentralization and smart contracts and the functionality of the technology. So I was really drawn to it back then, and kind of went in on Ethereum back when it was like $10. So really kind of saw the use case of Ethereum and how big it really could be. So I just started really kind of investing back then, and then went through the whole bear market, but obviously it was still better than $10, so I didn't really give a shit.
Yeah, no
and
shit.
I actually accumulated more in the $80 to $150 range, and started just kind of beefing that up and knowing that I'd be in crypto for a while. Gave myself like a 5 year. I was like, 5 years, no matter what, don't touch it. And then of course we went through this last bull run. But before that, I was in kind of DeFi, using the coins that I built up over those times, and we just get in decentralized finance space and seeing how all these systems would work. I was just extremely drawn to it. And then like in February of 2021, I ended up getting hacked for like half of my assets that I built up in that whole time. And it really, really kind of kicked me in the balls and woke me up. I was like, man, but through pain comes, other things. So that's where Monsterbuds was born. So once I went through that situation, I, kind of dug in and said, you know what, NFTs are definitely going to be something that's going to be really big this year. Then I started seeing a bunch of people actually talking about it, and I was like, man, this is definitely something I want to go in on. So I started developing the concept of Monsterbuds. And originally it was, just how could I put weed strains on the blockchain, and I was going to go all in on, having a weed-based blockchain, tracking the seed to sale, all that stuff. But it's such a long cycle, and the cannabis industry is just, a little fucked up, and it's hard to get through. So I was like, well, let me make something fun. And that's where I decided to come up with the concept of Monsterbuds, where you can smoke them. You can actually go on our platform and smoke the buds, and then the buds get actually XP for somebody smoking them. And then we labeled the strains, all quirky, funny, algorithmic names that, really kind of adhere to strains, And then we gave them characteristics just like a strain. So it would be like happy, sleepy, euphoric, things like that, how like a bud would make you feel. So all those individual buds have those feelings with them. And then that all translates into a game that we developed called Smoke Sessions. And
Nice.
Smoke Sessions is just like what it is.
Nice, man. So just to back up a little bit. So you had probably a shitload of ETH. You probably still do. Half was hacked, but you you decided to hold it for 5 years, which that's genius, man. I'd imagine that left you in pretty good shape.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. It was, definitely, one of my best investments I've ever done in my life. So it was, it was a good run. And of course, I still am not in any, frame of mind to say that I would ever sell it right now. It's just, I feel like the long term of Ethereum is, an extremely good use case, especially for everything that's going on right now.
Definitely. Yeah, definitely agree. So what do you think of the regulatory FUD this week? What's your opinion on all that?
Man, it just really, it's disheartening to say the least, because, just being in the United States and knowing that we've always been kind of the leader in technology and trying to figure out ways that we can carve new avenues. And it just really, it sucks, man. It doesn't make any sense to me. Why an organization would just try to attack something so, world changing instead of trying to embrace it and figure out ways that we can work with it. All we're doing is slinging people into the court. And I've never ever wanted to be a lawyer, and I can't. And if there's any attorneys in here on the show, I apologize, but that shit sucks. Like, why would you throw everything to a court system to make a decision when as a business owner? I mean, pretty much all these people should be business owners, right? I mean, they're running a country, they're running a business, and as a business owner, I don't ever take something like that and just throw it away and make somebody else make that decision. I'm gonna make the decision myself and try to give some clarity to the person I'm working with, right? Well, that's exactly the opposite of what they did,
Yeah, for sure. I mean, and it sounds like, like Coinbase has been continually asking for guidance regarding like, the security stuff, and they just haven't got anything back, which it's unfortunate. And then Gary just starts ripping lawsuits left and right against Binance, Coinbase. But yeah, it sounds like there's more to it than that. Like, I don't know if it's true or not, but apparently he was trying to get a job as an advisor for Binance. Didn't work out. So that's not going to play well in court for that. I'm guessing. I'm not a lawyer. I don't know anything. But bad blood. Yeah. So we'll see how that plays in court, right? Upset guy starts attacking an industry that he used to be a professor teaching classes on. So kind of interesting.
It really is. It blew my mind when I started seeing all this stuff come down the pipeline, months ago, and it just, it doesn't make any sense. If you're gonna do something like that, provide some clarity, give people, a clear roadmap of like how you can execute something, and they just don't do it.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. Well, hopefully it'll all work out. I mean, worst case, we lose our on and off ramps here in the U.S. and we're all using VPNs. I didn't say that.
It's gonna
suck. Yeah, we'll have to like set up banks overseas, and I don't know. I don't fucking know, dude. But
right.
Yeah. So I guess my next question is: so you have you got in early on ETH. I know you've got a Macy profile. What else?
Yep.
What other NFT projects have you gotten into? Have you gone hard on investing in NFTs?
So I did, yeah, back in 2020, I guess 2021, 2022, I was pretty heavily invested in, NFTs. I got in early in Bored Apes. I think I bought my first Bored Ape at like 0.4, second one at like 0.8, and, sold those throughout the time. And then there's, what are the projects I get? I mean, I've been in Izukis, I've been in Doodles, all the big projects. But really, I only hold a few more assets of Yuga left. I've got a big bag of this, company called Monsterbuds.
Yeah, hell yeah.
but yeah, there's basically, I mean, I have a couple of core projects left, but I haven't really been buying a whole lot lately. Um, for just the ones that I know that I just want to hold on to for a really long time. I used to be like flipper trader, so I was a trader my whole life too for the last 15 years, a day trader, and so that always transcends into everything that I've done. In the past 5 years, I guess. But so I'm not really trading NFTs right now. I'm just buying whatever I want to hold.
Nice. Okay. Yeah, that's kind of the same strategy for me. I've got my long-term bags, and then I've got I use small portions of my net worth in ETH, I guess you could say, or in crypto, and I gamble and I do little short small trades with those. But um, nice, man. So it's interesting. It's a lot of the OGs like you have that trading background, and it just seemed to translate really well in crypto.
Yeah, it's kind of wild, like how many prop traders became like crypto people. That's kind of wild.
Yeah,
I guess it correlates well, like you said. So.
for sure, absolutely. Did it seem super easy when you got into crypto compared to like trading
No,
stocks? No.
not really. Yeah, not really. I mean, in the beginning, yeah, like back in the bull market, it was, every bull market, it just seems easier, but then obviously bear markets are never easy no matter what market you're trading. So,
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, bear markets are rough, no doubt. Um, so
it's
Monsterbuds.
been rough.
Yeah, I've been fortunate in this bear market. I've done really well, but that was mostly just holding and accumulating things that I believe in. Seemed to work
Nice.
well. Had some good trades, but it's just I think about being the key is to be super patient, like really patient. You're gonna fuck up sometimes, but you got to be really patient in a market like this.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's the problem. Don't make any rash decisions. And just so you know too, I give a lot better advice than I do myself. So
I do too. I'm like, take the emotion out, guys. Take profits. Don't FOMO. And I'm sitting here just FOMOing into shit, like round tripping everything, not wanting to
fucking
separate from
100
my
times
bags.
leverage.
Yes. It's I don't know.
And that's one of the things. I'm used to trading, with leverage, but not like they do with crypto trading. I mean, it's just insane when you go 50, 100, 500 times leverage. Like you don't get that shit in the stock market because you're just, you put 20 grand in. Yeah, I could trade with like 80 or 100, but it's different. It's not like crypto.
Yeah. Honestly, I don't understand that enough to even try it. And I just don't want to get completely wrecked to the point where I'm like bankrupt. So
Yeah.
I just do like boring old normal trading. Like no leverage, nothing like that. Yo, you still with me?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Oh, okay. Yeah, just making
Right?
sure.
Okay.
All right.
There we
So
go.
let's take a look at Monsterbuds. So I'm just gonna pull I got it up on OpenSea, sharing my screen right now.
All right.
Um it looks like, I mean, you guys have done a lot of volume. I mean, you launched in September 2021, so I imagine that was a pretty exciting time for you.
Yeah. Yeah. That was pretty exciting. Yeah. That was awesome.
Nice. Yeah, and
It
it
was the
looks
good old
like
days.
yeah, for sure. Back when things were easy.
Yeah.
So it looks like like right after launch, you had a price like up around 0.62, which is nice. And you're gonna see this all the time. So you see that FOMO after a mint, things rip and then they kind of steady out and I guess accumulate over time. And then based on what you're doing, it might go up, right?
Exactly.
In terms of price. So, I mean, the key is you launched in 2021, and you're still here, still grinding, still building, and it looks like you've done some pretty interesting things as well. Um, Now it looks like you have, and I'll let you talk about that. But I mean, just looking at the art, I think it's all right. I don't love it, just to be honest, but I mean,
Oh, really?
it's not bad. It's not bad. Um, but I don't. I think in a project like this, that doesn't matter as much. just because of what you guys
And-
have built. So,
And they were like one of the first animated NFTs that actually came out, which was kind of a cool win for us. So like if you drill in on one of the buds, you'll see they're animated and stuff. And then of course our platform at Monsterbuds is a lot cleaner. We have our own marketplace. It just looks really good on there as well.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
look at that. All right, that makes it a lot cooler. I like how they're animated like that. That is cool. I was just looking at
if you jump off the floor a little bit, go up a little bit, you see some wing buds and things like that. They get a little cool looking,
a little more diverse. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, the floor looks really samey, but yeah, there's a lot more diversity out here. Yeah, that one's pretty sweet. I don't think you can see my screen, but nice. Yeah. So, yeah, I like how they're animated. That's cool for sure. So I guess let's. You want to tell me about what you've built and what you're building here, because that's what really interests me when I was looking at it.
Yeah, definitely. So one of the biggest focuses that we had was building out this game called Smoke Sessions. It's live. You can play it online. You can play it on. We have it on iOS App Store and also the Android store, the Play Store. So basically, what it is you're free. You get three buds, right? 3 buds form a team, and then like I was talking about the characteristics that they have. Those all characteristics put together as a team, and then they form your tolerance score. Your tolerance score is what's going to help you go into the game, the smoke session. And it's real simple. Whoever gets blazed out and passes out first loses. So it's fun. It's super fast kind of game. I mean, every game is probably anywhere from 2 to maybe 7 minutes. And so it's something you can play casually on your phone. And you're hitting people with like bong hits and joint hits, and we got some real dynamic cards. And you have like the hit cards, and then you have blocks. Which if you hit me with a bong hit, but then I got to go for a beer run, I don't actually take the bong hit, and then I skip that round, right? So it gets dynamic as you're playing, and you're basically the way it is you're targeting the attribute. So if I'm going to hit you with a bong hit, I think your bud's sleepy. I'm gonna hit you with that sleepy bong hit, and then it would hit your buds, and then your buds get really high and it shows on the
screen. That's awesome. So I got it pulled up. I'm sharing my screen. If I click it, is it gonna like have a ton of volume, or should I like turn it down a little?
You'll have like we've got a pretty killer soundtrack on there that was designed by one of the artists at Hyrie.
Like that.
Whoa. Yeah, there you go. No, Hyrie is like that in the drop.
Yeah, that's pretty chill. Okay, so I can play as guest, right? I'm just gonna play it. I'm just gonna like.
Yeah. Let me jump in with you
if I can.
Absolutely.
Because this is cool. I mean, I love the fact that you guys have like. You haven't just built something, like you got a fucking game that you can just download on your phone and play whenever you want.
Exactly.
It's in the App Store. It's like, so how do you monetize this?
So what we're doing right now is we're building into the layer 2 system, which is our cards. So right now, all the cards that are in the game are actually like a shared game. So we wanted to build the game first and build it so it's fun, right? So we kind of stripped all the other bullshit out of them. My business partner, who's the artist behind the whole deal, he's done games in the past. So, he was always drilling in my head, we got to get it fun first before we do anything else. So that was our main focus, building the fun, building the game, make sure it works on all platforms. And now we're layering in. So we'll be layering the layer 2 card system that we have. And because it's cannabis related, every card that you play actually goes in the game when you play it. And the card, you'll win card packs when you win the games and all that kind of stuff. So it keeps it like cyclical. And we'll have a bunch of different rarities. So it becomes that what a lot of my community members call it Pokemon. So it's like Pokemon of the cannabis industry. You'll be able to chase card packs and get really rare cards, like cards. And then those cards actually don't burn. And of course, that's where you'll be able to get rip open new card packs to see what you get.
Nice, man. That's super interesting. So
but
what?
If you hop in the stranger lobby. that's where you can kind of see if somebody was sitting there around and stuff like that.
All right, borrow team. So I'm just gonna like grab. I'm gonna grab a team. I like this purple guy. I'm gonna get this one. Team 4, Tasty Dabs. There you are. Oh, dude, are you about to smoke me in this game?
Literally.
Like, yeah. Whoa. That's right, dude. Literally get smoked. This is cool. So how many users? What does the traffic look like on this so far?
So we run these tournaments that we've been working with. So we'll do a tournament like we did one the other day. And when we do the tournaments, we have to play the tournament, and we'll run about 600 games throughout the period. We got some pretty good traction. Of course, we're looking to build, get even more traffic. And how we're doing that is onboarding a lot of gaming communities out there in not only the Web3 space, but also in like the Web2 space. And like they have like these game guilds and things like that we communicate with on a daily basis to try and build those DAUs. Because without DAUs, game doesn't mean anything, right? So once we get DAUs, then of course then we pull in some partnerships that we can wrap into the game as well. And then the good thing about the card packs is they run in series. So after like series 1 is done, then we'll have we can have like an artist guest series pack. We can have packs that come from brands like cookies and things like that, to where you might win an actual product that you can go grab at the store. You know what I mean? And actually redeem for a real life product. So that's kind of like the end game for smoke sessions.
Nice. Well, yeah. I mean, stoners love cookies, dude. So
that's it, man.
Yeah, that's pretty cool for sure. Looks like I'm about to play against El Nacho. And this dude this morning sent me. So I put my email in Discord, in the Rec Guy Discord, and he sent me a picture of like a lady dick butt was like a lady with a big dick growing out of her butt. Absolutely disgusting. Thank you, Nacho, for that, dude. I appreciate
it. Keeping it PC, Nacho.
Yeah, no, it's funny, man. His memes are the best.
That's awesome.
Makes some great memes. So I think wait, do I have to click ready? Oh, dude, there we go.
It's all you.
All right, so what do I do? I just play a card, right?
You're in the game. Yeah, so if you have a hit card, you play that and then target what you think his bud has. Like you'll see the attributes there.
Oh, nice. Okay. I'm gonna play this one.
Time to make a move.
Select an attribute. I'm gonna hit this orange thing.
Dude, go.
I probably need to take more time to learn this, but
yeah, it's pretty simple. It's not we wanted to make sure it was easy to play,
Yeah. This is kind of cool, man.
Right?
Your turn.
Nacho's gonna smoke me here.
Nacho's been playing for a while.
I know, he's a pro. Yeah, take that, Nacho. Bomb bong. Are you able to see my screen now?
Yes.
It's all you.
Oh, nice. Beer run. Yeah, this is cool, man. I think the key is just marketing, getting it in front of a lot of people. So what are the main benefits to holders of this game? Like,
so currently what they have is currently that basically every Monster Bud that's a Genesis 1 is going to be producing the cards that you could use in the game. So you'll be able to claim like the card packs just by owning a Monster Bud that you can work in the game with it. Which also, sometimes you might rip a nice rare card or something like that, and then be able to sell that for good penny. And that's kind of the idea of it, is to work that in. Then we also have some other things we're working on, like still working on our tokenomics. We were supposed to launch that a while ago, but with all the regulatory hurdles and us being United States based, we kind of had to pump the brakes on that for a little bit. But we've been talking to some really good aligned companies that that's what they do, is they do these kind of coin things and token launches and stuff. So as soon as we get the clearance on that deal, then we'll have our dank token as well, which is going to wrap into the game. And then you'll be able to earn dank as well as, card packs and things like that. So that's the road that we're on right now.
Nice. Yeah, you definitely got to be careful with the tokenomics, especially with Gare Bear turning his eyes towards everybody. Yeah, definitely something, not financial or legal advice, but lawyer up, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, there's I think there might be, I got to be careful with my wording. There might be ways to do it safely without putting yourself at legal risk. Maybe. I don't know.
Exactly. And that's kind of what we're looking into, is all of that.
Nice. Yeah, that's cool. So it kind of reminds me of like a little bit like So Rare a little bit. I don't know if you're familiar with them, but it's like fantasy sports. You get packs.
Oh yeah.
Like you win a week, or depending on how you place, you might get free cards or something like that. So really cool. I think the key here is just getting the word out to as many people as possible. So
100%.
Yeah, for sure. I like it. Nice. Let me see. Yeah, I mean, I think I don't have. Well, I guess what would you consider to be the main hurdle right now for Monsterbuds in terms of growing the project and growing the brand?
Biggest thing for us is, being that regulatory deal, the roadblocks on that end, and just trying to maneuver through all that so we can get this, game economy working. There are some loopholes that we've been looking into to get that going. And then of course the marketing end of it. And that's, pushing out into the right areas that are going to get players to play the game. So now that we've been approved on the App Store and the Play Store, we're looking into, doing some marketing opportunities through actual mobile as well. Cause, then we can start really kind of pulling people in from those two channels and onboarding them into this space. Cause one of the biggest concentrations that, I, as a co-founder, have always believed in is onboarding, like the way the onboarding is, right? Normal people can't just go in, get a wallet, get crypto, do all that whole thing, especially now in the US, it's kind of a pain. So, one of the things that's taken us so much time is that we haven't had the technology to be able to make that smooth. And all the SDKs that were out there that we can integrate with and really make the technology smooth is either, gone away, or, just really you can't trust dealing with somebody else's SDK, because then all of a sudden you get, a year down the line and then they go away, then you got to rebuild the whole thing again. Right. So we've tried that a couple of times through this process, and then we've had to just really just gear up, retool, and just build it all ourselves again, instead of using SDKs. So we've used, Ethereum's consensus layer, and we've integrated ERC4337 to make sure that people can just they can just log in with an email and password, and then be able to not even have to, because playing the game, imagine if you had to burn a card every time and you had to sign a transaction in the middle of the game, it would be a shit show, right? So, we wanted to make sure that was a really smooth experience. And I literally just went through testing this morning through the smart contract that we deployed on testnet, and it's really cool because you're playing the game and then you can see the transactions just hit Etherscan while you're playing the game. So you don't even have to worry about, that whole signature wall and all that stuff. So it's really cool. I'm excited about the technology that we built.
Dude, that's awesome. Yeah, I mean, I definitely agree with you. Like, you're not going to onboard people by saying, here's how you put money on Coinbase, and then you send it to a MetaMask wallet, and then you go buy the NFT. Right? Like, that's definitely not the route. So, yeah, I love it, man. You guys make it seamless. Love the email login. You're not signing transactions all the time. Yeah, it's super cool. What's a SDK?
So it's like, when somebody builds out a project, they give you kind of, I don't want to say APIs, but they give you basically the use of their project by calling it on the back end. So you don't have to rebuild. You don't have to build all the stuff yourself and have it on your own servers. You can call it to somebody else that build it, like a developer, and then use their software. It's basically a software development kit is what it stands for. And then that's like their kit to say, okay, this is how you can build. So if you're going to build like on Unity, or you're going to build on like Unreal Engine, or you're going to build a game or something, you're using SDKs, you're using their software development kit to be able to produce that stuff.
Okay. That makes sense.
So
nice. So all that enables you to set it up so like like people are playing, they're having all these transactions happen in the background, and there's no signing, there's no logging into your wallet. You're just playing, right?
Yep. And you just basically, once you the process is once you connect and you go in there first, you would connect your wallet if you had one. Otherwise, you'll just create one. But you would connect your wallet one time and then authorize the use of play of the game, and that's it. And then you're off to the races. You're good to go.
Nice, man. Yeah, I like it. Yeah, this is super cool. So I normally have two other hosts that would also be asking you questions, but I guess I'll open it up to the audience. If someone wants to come up on stage, go for it. Request, I'll bring you up. Otherwise, anyone in YouTube, if you have a question, go ahead and put it in the chat, and we'll take a look. But yeah, man. So what's your marketing plan after, like, what's your marketing plan?
Yeah, so for us, I mean, the big thing is, like I said, reaching into the proper industries, and aligning ourselves with the proper guilds and all that stuff, because they have game guilds, and that's all they do is Web3 gaming and stuff. So we've basically now have been in talks with a bunch of different launchers as well. Like Sedona is a game launcher. So we went live with them, and that gets us users. And then we're talking to Fractal. We got a bunch of other game launchers that we align with as well. So then Smoke Sessions shows up there, kind of like a Steam, but for Web3 games. And then the end game would be to get listed on not Steam, because they don't do it, but the man, I can't remember it now. I'm drawing a blank. But the big game launchers are really good for you. And then of course the mobile plan, having the mobile apps, it gives us the ability to market through those app stores, and actually do some marketing through there to be able to onboard users. So nice. I feel like that's going to be the biggest throughput, is getting mobile users. You know what I mean?
I agree. Yeah, I mean, mobile gaming it's huge. I don't know what the numbers look like, but I remember reading on it like a year or two ago, and it's like the numbers are insane. And
it's like $20 billion industry, mobile gaming.
Yeah, it's big. My kids are on that shit all the time, but they're mostly like Roblox, right? But
exactly.
Yeah.
Then once we get to position, we're actually looking at a couple of VC funds and stuff like that. Take this thing to the next level and start building out other games and stuff as we get going. So that's kind of the big picture, is that we just keep building out this ecosystem to be able to have onboard people, get some big clients involved, like I said, like some of the big cannabis companies that they can come in, advertise through our platform, by means of having fun in the game. And then also this game was built as a physical game. So we actually built this game in our office with my artist drawing out on cards all the characters, and then we're playing the game and balancing it right there. So we built it as a physical game, and then we produced it as digital, but then we want to also produce the physical version as well, to be like your kind of like the session for people to do. So if you're like, hey, I want to, let's go blaze up. Oh, let's go play some Monsterbuds, let's go play some smoke sessions.
Yeah, for sure.
So ultimately that's what we're going to do too, is produce that physical game.
Nice, man. That's cool. So yeah, like if you're like a dispensary or whatever, right? Anyone in the cannabis industry, be like, you could give out coupons or something. Come in and get a free pre-roll or whatever, right? Or a couple gummies or something like that, right?
Exactly. Because one of the major issues in the cannabis industry, again, is being able to market. Like, they don't have the ability to market like normal people do. And we felt that too on our side, just being cannabis related. It becomes, I finally got approved on Twitter to run ads. And it's like, we've been trying for 2 years and nobody will let us run ads on Twitter because we were cannabis related and crypto. So it's like we got the double hit.
Yeah, the two worst things in the world, right?
Exactly. But cannabis companies don't have the ability, so they look for outlets, to engage with their consumers. And that's why we built this, is to kind of give them an outlet, engage with the consumers, have a fun way to do it. And then we can like give away stuff inside the cards. The next thing you know, you win a game and you're like, holy shit, I just won a brand new Puffco or whatever we do, So that's kind of the goal, is to start integrating some other, companies out there.
Nice, man. Yeah, I think there's a lot of potential here. El Nacho asks, are you planning any meetings or parties for holders?
Man, we did one on 420 of 2021, and it was epic. So yes, eventually, we will plan another party and a meetup, for our holders when things get a little bit better out here.
Nice, man.
But that was epic, man. We had a bunch of different bands. We had it was a blast, man.
Yeah, I'd imagine everyone was there. There was like chill too, like it's probably a really chill community because everyone, or probably mostly everyone, smokes. So that's cool.
Definitely.
And then he also wants to know, are you planning to launch any physical products? So you already mentioned like the card game, like actually coming out with the physical card game. Is there anything else beyond that?
So we've looked at, a couple of different lines, like, maybe if we did strains and things like that. And again, it does get sticky with the whole regulatory stuff, not only just from, being crypto related, but then also being cannabis. So one of the things that we've looked at is licensing, the brand to other people, so that way they can produce strains and then Monsterbuds is on there. We've also looked at licensing for, holders where you see those kind of things where you license your NFT and then it goes on a bag, but this stuff just, it goes good for a week and then it just does nothing. So I never really put the time or the money into it to develop that kind of thing, because it's just not proven yet that it works. Right. Especially in the cannabis industry, because it's so competitive. It's crazy out there.
Yeah, for sure. And you definitely want to focus on your core product more than anything,
Exactly.
right? Which is the game. But yeah, I mean, real life stuff would be cool, like physical, whatever, dude, like merch, or I think the game, like you said, like having the actual game is cool. Nice. Yeah. Any other questions from the audience or anyone want to come up? Three, two, one. All right. Cool, man. Yeah, I don't know. Did you have anything else you wanted to cover?
Yeah, I think I covered it all. That was appreciate the time up here, that's for sure.
For sure, yeah. Kind of a shorter show. Like I said, it's a weird week. There's a lot of people in Lisbon, including one of the hosts, and the other one had to work. So yeah, man, definitely appreciate the time. I think it's my dog, dude. I thought my kid was knocking on the door, but it was my dog wagging her tail. So yeah, I love the game. I love the fact that you've got this built out. It's functioning, that it's able to handle real crypto transactions behind the scenes, which I'm starting to see more of, which is good. You can find a lot of creative ways to reward users and the community when you have something like that built. The art, I think it's all right. I mean, I don't love it. I'm not trying to knock it at all. I think it's all right.
Did you go to our website yet?
Let me see. I'm going in the link tree now. Visit our website. All right, let me pull it up on the screen too, just so do a little share.
You'll have a new appreciation for the art when you see that.
All right, that's way cooler. I think the problem is there's like no background; it's just white. Maybe that's what the problem is.
Yeah, because they're for use in game. You know what I mean? And it's like we had to use SVGs, and it just doesn't present exactly the same. It's like a PFP. So now what's really cool is on our website we do have like a PFP maker, so you can go in there and cut it all up and actually make a cool one that looks really good. But yeah, the artist, which is Trevor Van Meter, he's my business partner. He's an incredible illustrator. So like when you see this stuff, you really kind of get where he's coming from.
Yeah, this shit's cool. This shit's way cooler. Yeah. Yeah, I think you could do a lot of IP around this too, actually.
Exactly.
Beyond just a game, there's a ton of things you could do, focused on what your target audience would consume, right?
Definitely.
Besides weed.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. No, I do like this art. Yeah, I think the thing about just looking at it in OpenSea is just the white background, which I get it. That's like you have to have that type of file for the game so they're playable.
Yep. It doesn't do it any justice, but
yeah, for sure. Yeah, I love the fact that you launched in 2021. You obviously have done a ton of volume, 3,600 ETH, right? In volume,
Yep.
and you're still here building and making progress. So that says a lot too. I like it. I think your main hurdles, like we discussed, are marketing, getting this out to the masses, dealing with regulatory issues, which we discussed. Those things are difficult, but you know what? So is getting on the App Store, and getting
Exactly.
on the Google Play or whatever it's called for Android or whatever phones, non-Apple stuff.
Yeah.
So I mean, you've overcome a lot of hurdles. You built something impressive. The game's cool. I think it's pretty fun. I think if I like sat down and I wasn't on stream trying to like talk and interview you at the same time and like played it, that'd be better. So I'm gonna download it and play it because it's cool, man. I like it.
Hell yeah, man.
Yeah, I think it's a good project. It's just marketing. I do like I like to see projects that have something beyond just JPEGs, right?
Right.
Or just building something unique. And I think this is one of them. So I'm going to rate you. I'm going to give you a 7.9. That's a very high score.
Nice.
So I don't know if you've seen my other scores, but that's a really high score. I mean, I like the project. I like what you guys are doing. Yeah, it's good, dude. It's cool.
Appreciate that.
And if you can execute and really blast that marketing, get over the regulatory stuff, obviously that rating would go up quite a bit. But it's early, you've been building for like what, a year and a half.
Yeah, exactly.
And to build something like this takes a lot of time and build out the brand and everything. So I do think there's a lot of potential here. I like the project.
Appreciate that, man.
Yeah, for sure.
It's been a lot of work, that's for sure.
I can tell. Yeah, you guys have put a ton of work into this. I do like the art on the website a lot. And that's monsterbuds.io for anyone that wants to check that out. But yeah, it's cool. You got the leaderboard and everything. I don't know, man. I like the project. I like what you guys have done. Yeah, I think that's all I got.
Cool, man. Yeah, I appreciate you having us up today, that's for sure, and definitely appreciate that rating.
Yeah, for sure. Thanks for coming on, man. Especially on short notice. I think I DM'd you like 2 days ago, or you DM'd me or whatever. Or Nacho said, "Hey, have them up." Nacho's a good dude. He's one of our top community members in D-Gens and Rec Guys. So funny motherfucker too.
He's awesome. He's a good dude.
Yeah, his memes are disgusting but funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So yeah, thanks for the time, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. If you can like, share, subscribe on YouTube, comment, whatever, any kind of engagement helps. Yeah, it's much appreciated. Sorry, it's not as fun because it's just me talking. Probably a lot more boring.
You're good, man.
But yeah, appreciate the time, everybody. And next week, I think we're going to be back to the normal time of Friday at 2 p.m. Eastern. So thanks, everyone. Tomolo, thanks again for coming on, man. And
yeah, thank you, man. Appreciate it, man.
For sure, brother. We'll catch you later.
Let's catch you up soon.
Definitely. Yeah, stay in touch. Later.
All right. Thanks, everybody, for joining. Later.
Thanks. RugRoast. Yeah. That's right. Bye, everybody.